Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. In today's Pick a Card reading, our topic is, where is the universe directing you? Once you choose your card, you can find the timestamps below, which will take you to your reading. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is also linked below. Please remember that is the only way to book any of my services. If anyone ever reaches out to you, just know that that is not me. Where is the universe directing you? Can we have a card for pile number 1, please? Can we have a card for pile number 2, please? Can we have a card for pile number 3, please? Pile number 1, you have Escape and Struggle, number 30. And you have the Leopard Skin Jasper. Pile number 2, you have Dependence, number 13. And you also have the Milky Quartz. Pile number 3, you have Quest, number 22, and you have the Sodalite. Please take as long as you need choosing your card or cards, and I'll see you in your readings. Hello, pile number 1. You have the Leopard Skin Jasper. And your card is Escape and Struggle, and it's number 30. So I'm getting the feeling from this card that the universe is trying to direct you onto the path of least resistance. I feel like there's something that you're trying to accomplish, and I feel like you have everything that it takes to accomplish this particular goal or idea that you have. However, there seems to be something in your path right now that is aggravating the situation. And what I'm hearing from Spirit is that it's about, like I said, the path of least resistance and what will work versus like being in a struggle and trying to make things fit exactly as you want them to, when it would be a lot easier if you change something just a little bit. And I'm feeling like there could be a roadblock or something like that with whatever it is that you're trying to do or an idea that you have. And Spirit is telling me that that roadblock is there because the universe is trying to redirect you in just a slightly different direction. And once you start going in this other direction, things are going to become much easier for you, and things are going to transform much, much quicker. And I'm feeling like, oh, there's just a sigh of relief, like, okay, there's actually growth, there's movement, and I'm just seeing you like moving very, very quickly when something changes just a little bit. So it's not like a huge change, it's just a little shift in one direction or the other. All right, let's look at your other oracle cards. What else can you tell us for pile number 1, please? So we have Succulence and Resilience. Yeah, and this is what I was saying. Like, I can feel your energy. I can feel that you're very strong. And like I said earlier, you have what it takes to accomplish this goal. But Spirit wants you to know that it's going to be a lot quicker and a lot easier if you look at alternatives in some way or another with whatever you have going on. Because there's something, it's either an alternative or there's something missing that you haven't thought about, you haven't looked in a certain area, or, you know, something like that is going on. And that is why you're feeling like things are taking too long, or there's a sense of resistance, or, you know, something like that. So Spirit says, don't give up on the idea. Just look at alternatives for different pieces of your idea. And then you will be thriving. You see, you have all of these plants here, and then you have the flowers down here. So this project, plan, idea, whatever it is that you have, it's a great idea that's going to bring you a lot of whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. But there's something, you know, fairly minor that Spirit says it would do you good if you could change that just a little bit. Okay, I feel like this card on the bottom was about to come out, and this one too. So let's take those. Okay, see, you have stars, divine guidance, and the title of our reading today is Where is the Universe Directing You? So it's also number 33, so definitely look for synchronicities, especially the number 30. You have 30, 38, 33, so any number within the 30s could be significant for you. Yeah, so so what I'm getting from this card is what I said earlier. You have this great idea, and Spirit is telling me that you are going to accomplish your goal, but it would be like the path of least resistance. So if you're feeling restriction, if you're feeling like things aren't moving, if you keep trying to make something work and it's just not working, you know, think about that, evaluate things, and once you might need to research something or keep looking for something or something like that. Like I keep feeling like there's something that you're not quite seeing, and the universe is trying to direct you. The universe is trying to give you downloads, you know, intuitively to help guide you. And then we have not and relationships, and see, it's number 35. That's so interesting. So it's definitely something about the 30s that's definitely interesting here. Okay, so not and relationships. Are you being loyal to the right people? Is there something within a relationship that's holding you back from trying to accomplish this idea, this dream, this goal that you have? You know, it's interesting that the knot is red, because here you have the red curtain. I forget what those are called, but like, you know, the red curtain here. So it's almost like some sort of red flag trying to get your attention about some kind of relationship that you have, and how it could be causing a restriction in your life. Okay, because if you pull this knot too tight, right, then let's say water was trying to flow through there, then there's no movement and there's frustration. And then I'm getting the energy of, you know, where it's like I keep trying and I keep trying and I keep trying, but nothing's happening, and that's just building this frustration. But look at the bottom of this card. Down here, there's movement, there's freedom, there's transformation, and things just flow much easier. There's also something about your intuition. Spirit just told me that you could be not listening to certain things your intuition is trying to tell you, or downloads from the universe. So yeah, it seems like you're definitely, you know, the universe is trying to direct you literally in a different direction from something that is tying you down, something that's limiting your potential. And it doesn't have to be like a relationship. It doesn't have to be a, you know, a friendship. It doesn't have to be, you know, family. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It doesn't even have to be work related. But there's something going on here where something is hindering your progress. Okay, it could be the relationship with your intuition, you know, so it could be a relationship with a person, but I'm just letting you know that there are other possibilities here. What else can you tell us for pile number 1? Okay. Enlightenment. Yeah, this is this makes a lot of sense. This is what I was feeling. So enlightenment, there, like the universe is trying to get your attention about something, is trying to get you to move in a slightly different direction. And you see, this is a little boat here with the sail. So it's like, it's a simple maneuvering process, but I'm hearing that you need to tap into your intuition, just like you would like use a compass. If you want to go in a particular direction, you would look at the compass and you would say, okay, this is where I'm headed. And, you know, it's just like with the compass, you don't have to, you know, completely turn around. It could be just slightly shifting your trajectory just a little bit. Okay. And I keep hearing that the universe is sending you signs. Okay, and it could definitely have something to do with the number, you know, any of the 30s, because again, 30, 38, 33, 35. So, and then you have divine guidance here, right in the middle. Okay, then we have openness. Yeah, okay, so do you see how everything's lining up here? First of all, the stars are all lining up, okay? Intuition with the moon. The clouds are dissipating here, okay? So openness, be open to downloads from the universe and be open to shifting your direction ever so slightly so that you can reach this level of success, so that you can accomplish this goal that you have, whatever it is that, you know, this idea that you have. And once you do that, then you start moving down here, and it's like you may not even have all of the information at that point, but once you are redirected and you start moving in that direction, then everything starts flowing much, much quicker and much, much easier. Let's look at your tarot cards. What else can you tell us? Okay. The Four of Wands. So I'm seeing with the Four of Wands that you're building something. So this is probably something that you've already started, which is, you know, the energy that I was feeling over here. It's like you've already started it, but you've come to a point of resistance. You've come to a point where things are kind of at a standstill. And with the Four of Wands, this is telling me that this is a great idea. You see they're picking flowers here. So this idea that you have is something that will work, and it can carry you through, and it is something that can be long-standing. However, there are some slight changes that need to be made. But it is going to bear fruit, if you will, okay? And it is going to transform into something much easier and something that has longevity, okay? You have the butterflies right here too. So that's interesting. Your first card had a butterfly, and then there's butterflies on your first tarot card. I feel like someone is trying to give you guidance. So this could be someone who is alive, or it could be an ancestor, a relative, a spirit guide, or someone like that who's on the other side, trying to guide you, trying to like drop little hints along the way. And then we have the Three of Cups. Yeah, see, you have a celebration coming up. You have abundance coming up, and the universe is trying to guide you on the right path to this abundance. Your intuition is your friend right now. Absolutely, your intuition is your friend. All right, and then we have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. So there's this idea that you have. There is a project, something that you have, an idea of starting, right? Now, the Page of Pentacles, you need more information about something. So my question is, were you going like too quickly into something? Were you like, you know, you can get so excited about something sometimes that you just want to go forward and get it, you know, get it started and get it moving. And sometimes when we do that, we can forget to look at all the little details. And so I feel like there's something that you're overlooking. There's something that you're missing. And that's what I'm seeing here. You have a great idea. You have a great determination and strength to accomplish this, but there seems to be something missing, especially because if you look at this page pointing at the pentacle here, it's like, hey, there's something here that you need to look at. Okay. And then also, if you see this chariot back here, this car back here, there's a lot of vegetation growing on it. And so I feel like something is like weighing you down, something's holding you down right now, especially because it's right below the knot card. And once you can release that, or you can, so it could be you need to release a certain relationship. It could be you need to release a certain thought process. It could be that you need to look at other options, other directions, other people to partner with, you know, whatever it is with this idea. Once you have that little shift that happens, then I feel like there's freedom and everything just opens up. And then at that point, everything starts to fall into place. And then we have the King of Swords. Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. So you figure everything out here with the King of Swords. And not only that, but remember I said I was feeling like maybe you're rushing into things, or maybe you were just super excited to get something started and it's all about like, let's just go, let's get it done. I want to see this project to fruition, or, you know, whatever it is that you have going on. And in doing that, you could have missed little things along the way. Well, what I'm seeing with the Queen of Swords here is that you have figured all of that out. You have slowed down, you have looked at things, and now there is movement again. There's enlightenment. You have answers to your questions. You figured things out. It's kind of like an aha moment, like, oh, okay. Now I see why I was redirected, or now I feel free. Now I can move, especially because there are birds on this card. And remember, we started off with a butterfly, the butterfly wings here. So yeah, there's freedom of movement, there's understanding. And also, you look at the King of Swords with the sword here, okay? There's an understanding here of what this knot is, okay? And it's interesting that the page here is pointing toward the pentacle, and then there's recognition, there's understanding. It's like, okay, that's what I need to cut out so that I have freedom of movement, because with this knot, something's holding you down. And then, you know, you have the sailboat here, and it's like, I just got the vision of trying to sail the boat without the sail, and it's not really going anywhere. And you could, you know, put oars in the water and try to, you know, paddle your way to where you want to go, but it's going to take a very, very long time doing it that way. All right, let's see what else we have for you. The Temperance card, yeah, see, there's either an element that is missing from your situation, or there's something that needs to be replaced with your situation, or something just needs to be removed, and then that creates that freedom of movement. You know, it depends on your particular situation, because this is a general reading. Now, once that happens, you have this freedom, you have clarity, okay? And there's also, with the Temperance card, there's a sense of healing, and that healing is referencing this knot, this like roadblock. It's the roadblock that is healed, the roadblock that is removed, the knot that is healed and removed. It's something is being fixed here. And another thing that's catching my attention with this card, you see the angel wings here. So once again, we're seeing freedom of movement. And there's something that you're not seeing right now. I can see it in this card. You're not seeing, okay, so you're either not seeing the situation for exactly what it is, or you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you've up until this point, and maybe you still are in denial or saying, well, you know, this is just too hard to remove this particular thing from my life so that I can actually accomplish this idea that I have. And, you know, of course, Spirit says, well, that's your choice. You can do what you want. But that's where this resistance is coming from. All right, then we have the Page of Swords. Yeah. So with the Page of Swords, there's a sense of communication. I'm getting a sense of getting facts, getting more information. And there's also something about this sword with like cutting something free. Because once again, look, you have a red string here, a red thread, banner, whatever you want to call this. And then you have the sword. So it's literally like whatever this is that's holding you back, you want to cut that. And then I feel as soon as you do that, these gates open here. And this can also definitely indicate that you may have started something too quickly, which is fine. You know, it's just Spirit says that if that's the case for you, you want to slow down just a little bit. So kind of merging between the Page of Pentacles, which is a slower moving card, and the Page of Swords, which is a very quick moving card. So kind of coming into balance between the two with the Temperance card here. So it's more of a moderate pace. Or it's when you cut that tie, when you cut that knot, then that's when there's, you know, this freedom of movement that's happening. Yeah, see? So you have the Six of Wands here, and this is a victory card. This is winning. This is like you put in the effort, you figured things out, you didn't give up, which I don't think that, I kind of feel like giving up is not an option for you. Either that, or I'm getting this energy from the universe and your spirit guides saying, don't give up, you have what it takes to accomplish this. And you will accomplish it, but again, what you need to do first, figure out what this is, and then release it. But yeah, just know with the Six of Wands here, you're going to accomplish your dream. You're going to accomplish what you came here to accomplish, whatever this idea, goal, project, whatever it is. The Page of Cups. Yeah, so, okay, the first thing that I got when I looked at this card is that, and it's interesting, you have 3 pages so far. And there's 4 pages if you don't know. So yeah, you have almost all of the pages here. So you definitely need more information. Definitely tap into your intuition. And I feel like some of you might have a fear of this knot, whatever this knot is. There seems to be a fear or something that where you're so attached to this idea that it's difficult for you to assess it and see what you need to do with this. Maybe you don't need to remove it completely. Maybe you just need to loosen its hold on you. For some of you, it could be fear holding you back. Although you seem to be pretty fearless when it comes to this. I mean, so you could have a fear about, like, what if I do this and waste my time, or what if things don't work out? But I feel that with your energy, you could overcome that pretty easily as long as you focus on it and say, okay, of course, you know, something could go wrong, but I'm not going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on things going correctly and things going right. So for some of you, it could be a fear that has you in knots. Okay, so that's possible also. But what I'm feeling with this Page of Cups is that once you cut ties with this particular thought process, person, place, or thing, something very surprising happens. And the surprising thing is exactly what we see on your first card. It's this right here, where it's just like everything opens up for you. And there's such ease with moving forward and moving toward this, you know, idea that you have. The Ace of Cups now, wow. So absolutely there is a way to figure this out, okay? And not just that, but whatever this idea is that you have, it's going to bring you a lot of happiness. And so okay, your spirit guides want you to know that you should keep moving forward with this idea. This is a great idea that you have. It's going to bring you a lot of happiness, and it's like you're on the right track, but something just needs to be slightly different, okay? The other thing I'm getting with the Ace of Cups is there's like, I don't know if you can see this, but there's buildings back here. So maybe you could see it a little bit better now. But it's like Spirit is saying that what you're building is going to, like, okay, how do I say this? The structure, the idea, like the base of the idea, the base of like the creation, whatever this is, you have a great idea and it's going to develop into exactly what you want. So don't give up on this idea, keep going, and just know that things are there's going to be such freedom of movement. I mean, look here, these faucets are open. Okay, so again, we have this freedom of movement and things flowing and ideas in your mind flowing. The Six of Swords, yeah, so there's movement away from the problem that was causing this roadblock. And the reason why is because you're on the path of least resistance at this point, okay? The struggle is over here. It's like, okay, I've figured out where I need to go. And especially because remember here, we have the sailboat. Remember I said, well, what would you do if you didn't have the sail? And assuming that there isn't a motor or anything on this boat, then what do you do, right? Well, you need to be creative. You need to figure it out. You need to listen to your intuition and your intellect at the same time and you know, allow that insight to come through. And then also look here at the Six of Swords. You see someone is guiding the boat, and look at the bird up here, guiding the boat, guiding you with just a little shift, okay? And then things just really grow exponentially very, very quickly for you. The Tower card, yeah, okay, so this is what I started saying with the Four of Wands here. You have a great idea, you're on the right track, but there's something about how you're going about it, or a particular ingredient that you're using, a particular person, place, or thing, idea, something like that is slightly off. And it's interesting that especially this Tower card in this particular deck, you can see someone pouring something into the tower. And whatever this particular ingredient is, it's the wrong thing and it's causing everything to fall apart. Now, that is significant to me because it's right below the Temperance card. And the Temperance is about, you know, mixing the right ingredients together. And when you do that, things start flowing with such ease. So this is really showing me here that there's some kind of struggle. And again, it takes me back to this knot here that's causing an imbalance and a lack of flow. And then we have the Seven of Wands. Okay, so what I feel with the Seven of Wands is that you need a different perspective, because there's something going on around you that is, it's almost like it's trying to cause chaos. There's something around you that's, it feels like it's intentionally causing chaos or causing anger, causing anxiety or something like that. And Spirit says that, first of all, you're very much protected, but it's definitely time to be moving away from this particular irritant that you have within this particular situation, because that's exactly what it is. It's like an irritant, just like we see with this tower. Whatever this hand is pouring into the tower, it's an irritant, and it's causing the whole tower to become unstable. But we look over here with the Four of Wands, and whatever you're building, like the idea itself is very stable and will lead you to the Ace of Cups, to this great new path, and emotional abundance and things like that, and fulfillment and happiness and all of that. But you can't get to that point of completion with this idea until you remove whatever this irritant is here. So Spirit says with the Seven of Wands, don't be afraid to protect yourself from whatever this is that is hindering you. Okay. And there is light at the end of the tunnel. If you look up here, the sun's starting to shine through, the clouds are dissipating. So yeah, just keep that in mind as you go forward, and things will become much, much easier for you. And that is your reading for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped you. If you ever wanted to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, pile number 2. You have the Milky Quartz, and your card is number 13, and Dependence. The energy I'm getting from this card is actually independence. So there's something going on here where the universe is directing you toward independence, and the universe wants you to know that it's okay to be fearful, but don't let that fear hold you back from where you want to go or from where you're supposed to be going. Okay. So it's basically being brave enough to take a risk and realizing that you can take a leap of faith and you can fly toward a goal or toward a change in your life that you want to see. And you have safety here. Okay, look at the glove on this hand, and so this person here with the glove on the hand, the glove doesn't necessarily need to be there, because this person is handling a butterfly and not something with sharp talons, right? So what this is telling me, Spirit is trying to let you know that your fear is a little bit unwarranted, in the sense that your greatest fear is not going to happen. And in actuality, you do have the ability to fly. You do have the ability to transform and become independent and follow your dreams, or follow your heart, or just simply get more independence in your life. Okay, there's definitely a new beginning that is just there waiting for you. It's like there's a shift in the air, and it's just waiting for you. Okay, let's see what else we have for you. What else can you tell us for pile number 2, please? Ooh, so we have Moon and Emotions with number 23. Yeah, I feel like it's important for you to set your emotions to the side and listen to your intuition. And let your intuition guide you. And I also feel like you may not know exactly what the path is to independence, but I'm feeling like when you take one step, so first of all, I'm feeling like you don't have to rush into anything, but I'm feeling like when you take one step, the universe is going to offer signs and guidance, and then you're going to know when and how and where to take that next step. What else can you tell us? Okay. Oh, so we have Succulence and Resilience. So you are strong enough to accomplish this independence that you're seeking. And there's also, so you're strong enough, but also this independence, I feel like once you have this independence, you're going to really enjoy it. You're going to love where your life is going, like this new path for you, it's almost like a sense of enlightenment. And I feel like it's going to make you stronger. And if you go through any kind of difficulties as you're going through this, whatever this independence is, I feel that you're going to learn from those difficulties, and then it's kind of like you only have to do that one time. And you have one difficulty, and then you learn from that, and then you know, okay, I know how to avoid that in the future. It's very much like you discover this inner strength that you didn't know you have, or you didn't know that you had it, right? There's something going on here where it feels like there's some kind of pretty significant change that is wanting to come into your life, and it's up to you whether you accept this change or not. And so I feel like right now, like you are this bird here, and you want to take flight because you can see the metamorphosis that would happen here with the butterfly. But it's like, it's like every time you try to leap off the mountain here, it's like, your anxiety stops you. And so I just feel like whatever this is that you have going on, the hardest part is probably going to be taking that leap of faith. And then it's the whole entire process is just going to make you stronger, and then you're going to thrive. So in the beginning, yeah, it could be a little bit difficult because I feel like there's kind of like as you go through this metamorphosis, there's going to be, changes that you're going through that are uncomfortable, but that's all it is. It's just a little bit uncomfortable. And then you get the hang of things, and you're out there and you're just flying free, which is that sense of independence that I keep feeling from you. All right, what else do you have for pile number 2, please? Pile number 2. Okay, do you have 3 cards? Okay, let's see what you have. Let me scoot these over a little bit. Ooh, you have trust. Look at that. And look, it's like the exact color of your butterfly. How beautiful is that? I love that for you. Trust your intuition. Trust the guidance that the universe is sending you. And look here, there's a little boat here. I feel you're about to go on a journey, should you choose to go on this journey. And I feel like that it's scary. I feel like this is something you haven't done before. And I feel that there's a sense of kind of exhilaration knowing the independence that this could bring you, right? But it's also scary. It's because I keep feeling like, oh, but what if it doesn't work out? And so my question to that is, but what if it does work out? Okay. Just know that you're going to be guided. And do you see here how the moon is here and it's creating this like illumination, this mirror reflection here? You're going to be guided. You're going to have signs all along the way. Just trust in the process and trust that the universe is directing you, is guiding you to exactly where you need to go, exactly where you need to be. Right place at the right time. Look at this going forward, and look, there's a path here. So the universe is directing you to go forward, to chase after an idea, a dream, a new way of living. Maybe you want to move somewhere completely new, but you're a little bit nervous, wondering like, how is that going to work out? And what if it doesn't work out? I feel like that's also a fear or a thought that you might have. But again, look what we have here. Can you see the rays of sun coming through here? And also, can you see there's orbs right here? So you're definitely going to get signs. The universe isn't just going to have you take a leap of faith and just leave you there. The universe is going to keep guiding you along the way until you get to your destination. Yeah, there's also something here. This is going to be emotionally fulfilling for you. At first, it's going to be a little bit scary for you, but once you get past that and you really get, where you feel steady on your feet, it's going to be so emotionally fulfilling for you. I feel like it's just going to light up your whole entire soul. And then we have flow. Yeah. Now, do you see here? Look at your cards. You have, well, here you have a shooting star. Here you have the moon. And then you have the moon here, you have the sun here, and the moon here. So I feel like the universe is shining light on something, is definitely trying to give you signs, give you guidance, as far as where to go, how to go about things. There's something that seems to be coming to an end in your life. So this, I could be, for some of you, I could be feeling the energy of you wanting this independence or you wanting to make changes in your life. And for others of you, it's a sense of something is coming to an end and I can't stop it. It's just coming to an end. Like, let's say, this is just an example, but it just like popped in my mind. So let's say that you are graduating from college, university, grad school, whatever it is, right? And you really, really loved being in class, you loved being in school, you loved all of it. And now you have to go out into the workforce and get a job. And you're like terrified of that. You see what I'm saying? That's what I mean, where something is coming to an end and you can't stop it. Could you stay in school forever? Yeah. Technically, sure, you could keep taking classes and getting degree after degree after degree, but is that in your best interest? I mean, maybe for some people, but probably not for every single person, right? And so that's what the universe is saying here, that once you step into this, okay, and even now you're being divinely guided, but once you step into it, and at first it looks really dark and scary, right? But look at what you have. You have the universe lighting the way for you. And not just that, but look at how bright the moon is here. Do you see how it's like, so here you have emotions where you haven't taken that leap of faith yet. Here you have trust going forward, right? And so I feel it's like just about here that you take that leap of faith, and look what the moon does. It's so bright. So have no fear, you're going to be guided. What else can you tell us for pile number 2, please? Where's the universe directing pile number 2? Okay, you have the King of Cups. Look at how cute that little dog is. How adorable. So I feel you're being guided toward something that's in your heart. Something that will make your heart very, very happy. It's also, oh, that makes sense. So I was going to say it feels lighthearted. And that's exactly why, because you're independent. You're not depending on something anymore. So you have freedom of, like, this flow. You have freedom of movement. You have freedom to pursue things that you enjoy and things that will bring you a lot of joy. And also, look back here. There's musical instruments. It looks like they're in a studio or something like that. So this can also be independence in the sense of your creative expression, independence in just, expression in general. Because it seems like with this dependence here, there's something that's weighing you down where you can't express yourself, or it's like, I feel like a weighted blanket is on you. And in a sense that brings you a sense of comfort. But at the same time, it's also limiting because it's hard to move with that weighted blanket on. Yeah, so, and also the King of Cups is very, very independent, okay? And the King of Cups has also reached goals and has accomplished things. And that's exactly where the universe is trying to guide you. And also, this is something that's going to be very loyal to you. In the sense, what I mean by being loyal to you is it's somehow like a reciprocal relationship. Whatever it is, if you have an idea or you want to change jobs or careers or you want to move somewhere, the environment that you're in is very reciprocal. So you put in the effort and the universe, the environment gives back just as much. Then we have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. Look, there's like a rocket taking off here. Okay. What I feel with the Knight of Swords is that once you take that leap of faith and you get that sense of exhilaration and you realize like, okay, I jumped and I realized that I have wings and I can fly and I love it. It's almost like it gives you a different perspective. And then once you get to that point, you're like, okay, I would never look back. I would never go back to being dependent on something. Maybe you're dependent on your fears. Maybe you have a fear of going down this path because being dependent on that fear keeps you safe, right? And so that's like your ego talking to you. But then when you tune into your intuition and to the divine guidance from the universe, then you start to realize how resilient you are, how strong you are, and how much you can accomplish. So then we have the Five of Wands. Okay, so with the Five of Wands, sorry, I'm laughing at this person down here who's on the floor. Looks like breakdancing. I feel like you're battling thoughts in your mind. I feel like there's some kind of battle going on here. So it could be you're battling thoughts in your mind, or you're battling the environment that you're currently in that is keeping you dependent on the environment, okay? And, you know, there's something going on here where because there's a lot of creativity going on here. People are dancing. This person looks like they're break dancing. This person's cheerleading. This person looks like ballet. This person looks like ballroom dancing. I'm not sure what this person is over here. Maybe just, you know, exercising, yoga, something like that. So everyone has their own individuality here. But this is being blocked right now with these wands down here. So, and then also here you have this creativity here. So there's something going on where it's like your creative thoughts, maybe you're like a writer and you have writer's block or something like that is going on here. And so there's definitely this particular Five of Wands is showing me in your reading, don't let your fear of what other people will think, don't let that hold you back. Don't let the fear of like your mind playing tricks on you in the sense of being dependent on your fears or, you know, all the what ifs, because think about the positive what ifs. What if it's even better than you think? Okay. So very interesting. And then we have the Strength card. Yes. Okay. Something about this. Look at this picture here where this person is on top of the mountain, and look at your very first card. I don't know. That is just amazing to me, because what that is showing me is that whatever it is that you want to accomplish, this is showing me that you can accomplish it. So you have strength here, you have resilience here. So yeah, I'm not sure why you have this fear, why you have this dependence on something else. I just keep feeling like there's a sense of, I don't know if I can do that. Other people might be able to do that, but I don't know if I can. Like, this is making me think of like Mount Everest, okay? Whereas someone might say, oh, that would be really cool to do that, but other people can do it, but I don't think I have the strength or the endurance to do that. And you know, that is probably true, that not everybody can climb Mount Everest. But in your case, you have what it takes to accomplish this. And also, look at Grandma here cheering you on. Okay, this is the universe. This is your spirit guide. Some of you may have someone who's passed on who is literally right there cheering you on. Okay, someone's trying to get your attention. The Ace of Wands, I feel like you have something, it really feels like there's something creative that you have in mind, or creating something. So it could be, you know, something in the creative arts. It could be creating your own business, creating your own path, moving away. Maybe you want to move away from where you grew up and you want to go on this, you know, independent journey and follow your heart and, you know, have all these new adventures, but something's holding you back. Maybe you have a family, you know, someone in your family or your friend group who doesn't want you to go. And so you haven't gone yet, and it could be creating this Five of Wands here where it's a bit of a struggle because you're battling between wanting to stay and wanting to go. And that could be exactly what's going on with you, regardless of what your particular situation is. It's like part of you wants to go and part of you wants to stay. But you have this new path here, and you have the ability to write your own destiny, basically. Like, I feel like you're on a path toward accomplishing something really, really great here. You have a great idea, you have a great passion for something, and the universe is trying to direct you to follow this path because it's really going to usher in a huge, huge, significant change in your life for the better. And we have the Emperor. See, I'm telling you, you have an idea you have an idea that you want to implement. I feel like you've either just been kind of, you know, thinking about it and haven't really gone through much of a process yet, or you're already starting to plan something and maybe you already have the whole entire idea mapped out, but then every time you try to get up from the chair and actually implement it and take that leap of faith, you're like, oh, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not ready yet. Okay. But do you see here, there's the number 10. I don't know if you can see that. So see, it's number 10 right here. And that is making me think of the 10 of Pentacles. And so what that is showing me here, you have the Emperor, which is a very strong, strong energy. It's going after your dream, going after a plan that you have, regardless of whatever it is. It's taking that leap of faith. It's going after that. It's having a very, very solid plan. And with this 10 here, it's making me think of the 10 of Pentacles, which is incredible success. It's abundance, it's prosperity, stability, independence, great independence, especially financial independence. Okay. So yeah, this is showing me, look, you have the sword here, you have the cup here, you have the wand here, you have all of the elements here. And so you have what it takes to be successful with this idea that you have, this journey you want to go on, something you want to create, something that it's your own. Some of you with the Ace of Wands and the Emperor want to start your own business, or you want to move somewhere and just start a completely new life. Okay. But I can tell you, once you take those steps, once you step into this new situation, you have flow. Things just magically fall into place for you. We have the Three of Cups. Yeah. And there is an incredible celebration. And you know what? I think there's a celebration. There's a couple celebrations going on here. Maybe it's 3 different types of celebrations going on here. I was picking up on 2. So the first one is that you're going to take that leap of faith, right? So that's number 1. The second one is that you gain independence. And it's so freeing, and it's just like your emotions completely do a 180 from where feeling like fearful and like you want to take a leap of faith, but you can't because you feel like you can't move your feet, you can't move your legs because of that fear, but that fades away. And then there's this incredible sense of freedom and then a sense of celebration. And oh yeah, and that's the third celebration. The third celebration is that you're building something. You're building something that no one can take away from you, something that you will have for the rest of your life, and something that's going to bring you, you know, this independence, this financial stability, and it's like it's yours. Then we have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, so this makes a lot of sense. You may be feeling a sense of fear because you don't have all of the information right now. You may need to calculate things. You may need to, figure things out, do more research, do more planning. And I feel that if you do that, and then you feel confident in your plan, you will feel more confident in moving forward. And also, if you're wondering, like, let's say you want to start a business or you want to pursue a creative passion of yours, what I'm seeing with the Page of Pentacles, and remember I saw the Ten of Pentacles over here, is that slowly but surely you're going to start making money doing whatever this is, and then you're going to be very, very successful financially. All right, we have the Four of Swords. Okay, so with the Four of Swords, Spirit says, where Spirit is trying to guide you to this information that I was talking about with the Page of Pentacles. So what Spirit is saying with the Four of Swords is to just relax. I feel like you don't need to necessarily rush into anything here. I feel that, fairly soon you're going to want to step into this, but I feel like you don't need to figure everything out like today or tomorrow, right? I feel like you have some time. You should definitely relax. Whatever that is, maybe take, a nice relaxing bath or do some kind of meditation or go for a walk in nature, something like that, so that you can clear your mind. Because do you see how the Four of Swords is below this Five of Wands, where there's a little bit of chaos here, and it's almost like, why is everybody doing some different kind of dance? What is going on here? I don't know what to focus on. I don't know, is it flowing here? Because I don't think it's flowing, and you're trying to get into the flow, right? And so how do you get into the flow? How do you let those spiritual downloads come in? You need to relax. You need to, Spirit says, chill out for a minute. It's perfectly fine to take a break, take a breather, relax, breathe in, breathe out, and the universe will give you signs. The Hermit, yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. And look, it's 11:11 on the clock here. There's a key right here. Okay, and literally, wasn't I just talking about meditating, relaxing, things like that? And look at the phases of the moon up here. So there's a time and place for everything, and your time is coming pretty soon. So you want to prepare yourself. Look at the books here. Look at the candles, the lantern. There's so much information in this card. The computer down here. So what is going on here is that what I was just saying, when you can slow down, when you can calm the noise, because I feel like you have 20 different thoughts going on in your mind at once, maybe even more than that. And most people can't think productively when that is going on. And so, what I'm hearing is that if you slow down, things speed up. So you need to slow down, you need to relax and calm your nerves, okay? And just do kind of a reset and understand, because you see these three cards here are all about getting information. And when you calm down and you allow insights to come into your intuition, you can have an aha moment, which speeds things up. Okay, so I feel like this period of, there seems to be like an in-between period where you have an idea to make a change in your life, and you're in that in-between phase where you're like, I want to do this, but I don't know how, or I want to do this, but I'm scared. Or something came to an end, like let's say where you were working, you are no longer working there for one reason or another, and you're in that in-between phase where it's like, oh my gosh, what just happened? Now I'm not working there. I need to find another job. I need to find, direction. I need to figure out what I'm going to do. And that's when this enlightenment is going to come in. And then you'll know exactly where to go. Yeah, see, you have the Page of Cups. And this is that enlightenment that I was talking about. You have the answers here. You've figured things out. And this could definitely be something very surprising that comes out of this enlightenment. Do you see how this is after you're figuring something out in these three cards here? You're figuring something out, and then all of a sudden it's like this aha moment, and you're ready. It's like, I have all the information. I am ready now. And I feel like you're packing your bags, either metaphorically or literally, and you're ready to go on this new adventure that we have right above with the Ace of Wands. And there's so here, this great sense of excitement is turning into something exhilarating instead of a fear. All right, let's see what your last card is. The Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, remember I said something earlier about some of you may be worried about money, finances, and how you are going to accomplish everything. You may feel like there's a deadline or something happening here. And remember the Emperor and the Ten of Pentacles right here. So remember I said slowly but surely the money's going to come in. You will have enough money to get you through until the point where things start to come together, okay? You're very resilient. You're very strong. Spirit says trust, okay? The universe is directing you forward into some idea that you have, a goal that you have. You have so many signs here of winning, of celebration. Okay, the King of Cups has accomplished exactly what the King of Cups set out to accomplish. Remember on the Strength card, you get to the top of the mountain. The Ace of Wands is showing you this is a great idea. The Emperor is winning, the Ten of Pentacles here. The Three of Cups is a celebration. The Page of Cups is saying, yes, you're on the right path. Follow that intuition. And then the Seven of Cups, I feel this is the only thing that's holding you back. And I feel this is part of that back and forth here in the Five of Wands. And it's the emotions here. And Spirit is directing you forward with this idea that you have. It's going to bring you independence in more ways than one. Okay, definitely financial independence, spiritual independence, things like that, emotional independence also. And that is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, pile number 3. You have the Sodalite, and your card is number 22 and Quest. So this is very interesting to me. There's a few things going on here. I get the energy that so where's the universe directing you? Where's the universe guiding you? The universe is trying to get your attention about something that is in your heart, something that you should be looking at and pursuing, or something like that, taking some sort of action regarding something that you know that is in your heart. And so this could be a lot of different things. This could be pursuing, like if you have a hobby and pursuing that and doing that is your career. This could be moving somewhere. This could be making changes in your life. It's something that I feel you have been thinking about, or you were thinking about doing before, and then you kind of put that idea on the shelf for some reason. Because with this magnifying glass here, the universe is directing your attention to this here and being ready to pursue something or take action regarding something that's in your heart. Okay, now I don't know if you can really tell, but this man here is wearing a suit. Like this person's ready for action. This person is ready to do something that is living in the heart, right? And needing to bring this to life. Now, the other thing that I'm noticing is this feather here, and that is telling me that there is someone on the other side, a loved one, who is trying to get your attention, okay? And this loved one, in combination with the universe and your spirit guides, is trying to get your attention about whatever this is that you should be focusing on. So it's like pursuing something, focusing on something, listening to your heart, following a passion that you have, something in that, general idea. depending on, where you are in this particular situation, because it is a general reading. So it's going to, vary just a little bit depending on, your individual situation. So let's look at your other oracle cards. What else can you tell us for pile number 3, please? What does pile number 3 need to know? Where is the universe directing pile number 3? Okay. So we have bees and community, and it's number 37. Should you be going into a different community? And then the bee. I feel like you're being guided toward something. And where you're being guided to, you're going to have a lot of support there. You're going to have a lot of, what is the word? There's some sort of like friendship, friend group, something like that, that's happening, that's coming out of like this movement. It's an idea. It's, I'm seeing like talking to someone, trying to start something, getting ideas flowing. And so this could be that you are wanting to get like jumpstart an idea with other people, or it could be that you are being guided to talk about this idea with your friends over coffee or tea or something like that, right? And kind of say, hey, I have this idea. What do you think about it? And kind of get those, creative elements flowing in the sense of whatever this is that's in your heart. And trying to see, like, getting other people's perspective, because what I'm seeing is that other people are going to see that this is a great idea also. Like, I'm seeing people saying like, oh, that would be great for you. Like, yes, pursue that. Especially with the flowers in the background here, there's a sense of, oh, that would be perfect for you, or yes, that's what you need right now. And so I feel that there's a lot of support that comes in once you start talking about this, once you start generating ideas, and once you start kind of moving toward whatever this is in your heart here. Okay, so the universe is definitely directing you to start taking some sort of action with something that is in your heart. Oh, wow. We have cowrie shell and abundance in number 25. Look at that. So abundance. So you have quest here in number 22. So there's something so important about this quest because it's number 22. So I have a feeling, especially because we have the heart here, that this quest is something that you're supposed to be accomplishing in this lifetime. Okay, and it's going to bring you so much abundance. So this is prosperity. This is turning an idea into like a revenue stream. Okay, and that's what I'm seeing here with community. Like, I'm getting definitely a few things with community, with kind of like, throwing ideas around, bouncing ideas off friends or family or things like that. But I'm also seeing that whatever this idea is, whether you're moving somewhere and you're going to find a great community of people, you're going to find an amazing new job, or if you have this idea to start something, maybe you want to start a business, or you want to start, like a side hustle, something like that, or something completely different, whatever it is, you're going to be very, very much supported by a community of people that then help you get this abundance somehow. And so what I mean by help you get this abundance is, let's say if you have a business and people are purchasing a product. So there's going to be a community of people who really align with whatever it is that you're doing, and they love your product, or they love, your service, whatever it is, and they're going to purchase, the product or service. And then there's word of mouth. And so that's what I mean by this community of support. So whatever it is, it's going to bring you a lot of abundance, especially financial abundance. And it doesn't just end there. It doesn't seem to be like just one time. It continues. Let's see what else we have for you. What else can you tell us? Okay, how many cards do you have here? 3? All right, let's just scoot these down a little bit here and see what we have. Ooh, we have purification. So I feel with purification, it's letting go of the old and walking into the new. And I just keep feeling that some of you had this idea and you put it on the shelf. You were gonna do it, and then like life got in the way, something happened where you couldn't pursue this idea at that particular time, and Spirit, the universe, is directing you to look at it again, especially with this magnifying glass here, re-examine it, because it's still in your heart, it's still living in your soul, and it's time for you to look at it again, right? Maybe you need to look at it with a fresh set of eyes with purification. Maybe it wasn't the right time before, and maybe, you know, you got caught up in life. There are a lot of distractions, but what I'm seeing here is those distractions have been washed away. Because do you see it's like raining coming down, but it's raining with the sunshine. So anything that was not meant to be there is being cleared away, and the universe is directing your attention back to this idea here. Or the universe is saying, hey, that idea that's been floating around in your mind for a little while now, pay attention to that. Purify your thoughts in the sense of getting rid of any fears that you may have about pursuing this, and start taking action toward this particular thing. Wow, so you have delight. Look at how happy this card is. You know, what I feel when I was looking at this card, and then Spirit directed me back to this person under the magnifying glass here. And I feel that for some of you, you may be feeling a little bit lost right now. You may be feeling like maybe you feel like you don't have a purpose, or you want to find your purpose, or you know what your purpose is, but you don't know how to pursue it, something like that. And that's why Spirit is saying, hey, look into this. Start, you know, moving ideas around, start brainstorming and things like that. Because what is in your heart in pursuing that is not only going to bring you financial abundance, but it's also going to bring you this great happiness that we're seeing here. There's a sense of freedom here. There's a sense of feeling very, what is the word I'm looking for? It's like just happy and light and energetic, and like I can do what I want, and I can do what I've always wanted to do, that kind of energy. And then we have flow here, yeah. So in the beginning, as you start to examine whatever this is here, this idea that you have, and I feel like it really has something to do with something that you're supposed to accomplish in this lifetime. First of all, you will accomplish it, okay? It will be very well received, whatever it is, and you will be very successful. Now, at first, you might be kind of walking a little bit in the dark, and every step that you take is a learning step. However, the universe is directing you to take these steps, and the universe is going to help illuminate the way, basically every step of the way. So you're going to have direction, you're going to have guidance, you're going to have intuitive downloads from the universe, and you're going to be put on the direct path of success. What else can you tell us for pile number 3, please? The Ten of Swords. I feel that there's something that's not working for you in your life. I feel for some of you, something came to an end, and this is the perfect time for you to pursue something new, okay? I also feel some of you who tried to do this before and it didn't work, I feel it was very devastating for you, and Spirit says that's not going to happen again. This time, you're going to be able to accomplish whatever it is that you tried to accomplish before, okay? Yeah, so there's something that's like holding you down. So, and you know what it is? I feel that what's holding you down, what's bringing your energy down, is the fact that you're not exactly in alignment with your soul quest here with number 22 in quest. You're not in complete alignment with something that you're supposed to be doing in this lifetime. And so there's some kind of like wake up call or something I feel happened here, where maybe it could be a breakup, or someone passed away, or losing a job, or just being very, very frustrated and anxious about something. And because the energy just doesn't feel right with something, and that's kind of this wake up call where spirit is trying to direct you back to this here, what's in your heart, and pursuing that, whatever that is. We have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, so for a lot of you, this is going to have something to do, like your life purpose is going to have something to do with a way that you can make money doing what you love, especially because the Page of Pentacles is right here, right below the abundance card here. So yeah, it definitely feels like you have this great idea, something you have a lot of passion for, something that I keep getting the feeling that you've been thinking about this for a while, or it's just part of your soul energy, and that could be why I keep seeing it popping back up. But Spirit is saying here that, remember here I said you might have to take one step and then you'll get more answers, and then you take another step and you get more answers. That's what I'm seeing with the Page of Pentacles here. I feel that there is some research that needs to happen. You need to figure things out, and the universe is directing you to start doing that. This is the time. And why? Why is it time now? Because of this Ten of Swords here. Because something is coming to an end, which is opening up the pathway for you to do this now. It's definitely something about divine timing with you and whatever this is that's going on. I definitely feel some of you are moving to a new location. And it's kind of that in itself is opening up this new pathway for you. And that's definitely not for everybody, but for some of you. See, you have the Judgment card. This is what I literally just said. Something is coming to an end, but it's coming to an end with divine timing. This, whatever this is coming to an end here, this was a wake-up call. This here, when this came to an end, this was the universe directing you into this new life, this idea, the pursuit of your purpose on this earth, okay? And that's what we see happening here with the Judgment. There's a shakeup going on in your life, and that's literally the universe trying to get your attention about something and saying, hey, like, look at this person back here. It's like, hey, they have their hand up. It might be a little child saying, hey, I'm over here. And that's the universe saying, hey, over here, look at what's over here on the other side of this hill here, okay? And look, we're in a cemetery here. Something's coming to an end so that you can be divinely guided at the perfect time into this new life, this new path. Wow. So you have the King of Pentacles. This card is abundance. Okay, so you have right now 2 signs showing the great abundance that's going to come out based on you pursuing something that's in your heart. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that you're building something slowly but surely. You're making a plan. You're taking this guidance from the universe right here with the Judgment card, and you're saying, okay, I see what you're saying. I understand now why this Ten of Swords happened. I just heard it severed something from your life. So something from your life is different now, and it's opening up this path. Like, this is the time. This is the perfect time for you to start this particular thing. And you see the building back here. You're going to be building something. And, ooh, and there's stairs there too. I don't know if you can see that, but there are stairs right here. And that's what I was saying. You take a couple steps, right? And then you're going to be guided. You take a couple more steps and you're going to get more guidance. The important thing is that you just start, like just starting somewhere. The Six of Swords, yes. So you're moving away from the anxious energy over here, okay? Something over here wasn't working out. As much as you may have tried, it wasn't working out. It may be the reason why it wasn't working out is because it wasn't in your heart. So let's say that you, just for instance, you had a job and it was just a paycheck. It just really was very draining, things like that. And the next thing you know, the company closes. And you're sitting here with the Judgment card going, wait a minute, what just happened? And then the universe is directing you to examine something over here again and start something new with this Page of Pentacles and King of Pentacles. And so with the Six of Swords, what I'm seeing is that there is the universe literally directing you and guiding you out of a situation here with the Ten of Swords that wasn't fulfilling. It was time to move on. And so the universe is saying, come on, get in this boat. It's time. Let's go. The Justice card. It's time to cut something out of your life. It's time to start something new. It's time to build something new. It's time to find more balance in your life. And it's you know, I just keep feeling, especially with the Page of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the Abundance card, I feel like some of you, well, and obviously the Quest card here, number 22, I get the feeling that this is relating to something that you can make money doing. So it could be like a hobby that you've always had. And maybe somebody in your community, like a friend or something like that, maybe they discovered this talent that you have or this interest that you have, and once you opened up a little bit and they saw that you have this talent or you have this idea, they were like, well, what are you doing? Why don't you do that? You would be so successful doing that. And then it's kind of like that aha moment, like, oh, you know what, you're right. Because I get the sense that somebody said something to you or you saw something happened that redirected your attention back over here to what's in your heart. And that's when you started thinking about it. And that's when, with the Judgment card, you started putting 2 and 2 together. And then you started developing this plan. And then we're at the Justice card here where everything's lining up. Everything seems to be falling right into place. And there could even be certain legal things that you need to do. Like if you're going to start a business, this could be showing that the universe is guiding you to start a business, to, you know, do something like that. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Okay, then we have the Lovers card. I'm telling you, this is something that is in your heart, something that you're supposed to be doing in this lifetime. And there is a sense of sacrifice that's coming with the Lovers card. In order to pursue this path, you need to sacrifice, like basically like your old life, whatever was taking up your time before. But the thing is, with the Ten of Swords, is that it's already done. It's like you cannot get anything else. It feels like there's no more sense of fulfillment or satisfaction or achievement that you can squeeze out of this other situation. You've done everything you can there. You've accomplished everything you can there. And Spirit says it's time to move on. And so that's what I'm saying here. You need to cut ties with that particular thing and then start pursuing something that's in your heart here with the Lovers card. So I feel there's also a decision that needs to be made, especially with the Justice card. There's a decision that needs to be made. You're going to have, like, the answers are going to be crystal clear with the Judgment card. And once you make that decision, I see you developing a plan, and I see you moving forward, and I see you really basically starting to fall in love with this new idea, this new path that you're on, because it's like your life path, okay? And it's like, oh my gosh, I'm finally exactly where I'm supposed to be. Then we have the Magician card. Yeah, you see what I'm saying here? You're creating something. This is something that you have so much passion for, so much love for, and you have everything that it takes. I feel like there's some kind of natural talent, natural skill, something going on here. And the reason why it's this natural talent or skill is because it's part of your soul journey, something that you're supposed to be doing in this lifetime. And now is the time to get started on this. Everything is coming together. So certain things are, in a sense, ending or falling apart, and new doorways are opening for you. It's like everything is happening all at once. Everything is going to make sense. Maybe not right now. You might still be in the phase of, why is this happening? This is so confusing. I'm not sure what's going on. But everything will come together. Everything will line up. And the universe is going to continue to send you signs, confirmations, guidance, all of those things. And so this is an excellent time to like manifest, to visualize, to draw up plans, anything like that. This is a great time for that. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is what I was just saying. This is a great time to start moving forward with something. And so there's also, you have so much passion for whatever this is. Do you see the two, the fires right here? You have so much passion for whatever this is that passion is driving you. Your idea is driving you because it's an excellent idea. You're going forward and you have support, okay? There's support. Remember I said there's support here with community and bees. And so it doesn't have to be like people in your community. It could be like, let's say you need financing for this new idea that you have. Well, it could be a bank lending you money to get you started, right? So, just think about things like that. Whatever you need regarding this, it's going to be provided for you. All you have to do is ask, and the universe is going to be directing you toward the right people, places, and things, and also the right timing for all of this to come together. So you see the horse here supporting the person as the knight goes forward. That's exactly, this is like representing the universe, assisting you as you go forward, opening doors for you, shining light on certain people, places, or things that can help you with whatever this idea is. We have the Eight of Cups. I'm telling you, okay, a couple of things going on here. Like I said earlier with the Ten of Swords and the Six of Swords, you were, or maybe still are, in an environment that's just not working. No matter how hard you try, there's nothing left there. It's like there's no nutrients left there. It's time to move on, okay? You did what you could, and yeah, it may be a little bit painful to move on. You may still have friends or attachments to this particular thing, but it's time to move on, and now is the time for you to pursue something in your heart, okay? Now is the time. Now is the time for you to try to find true fulfillment. And also, another thing, if you've been getting signs where the environment that you're in has been causing you more anxiety, has been causing sleepless nights, has been making you feel a sense of dread, that is the universe directing you out of that situation and directing you to look in your heart and see what it is that you should be doing. The Ace of Cups. So a new path is opening up for you, and it is amazing. It is going to bring you, first of all, we already saw it's going to bring you financial abundance, but here it's bringing you emotional abundance. Okay. It's a new start for you. There's a lot of safety here. The universe has your back. The universe is protecting you. It's bringing you a sense of calm and serenity, a sense of knowing that you're on the right path, a sense of gratitude that you pursued this path, that you listened to that you listen to your intuition, that you listen to the universe, and that you took a chance, that you truly tuned in to your intuition, to the universe, and you took some sort of leap of faith and you went forward, and you're landing in exactly the right place at exactly the right time. All right, your last card. Ooh, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Do you see how everything's coming together for you here? So definitely, I feel this absolutely has something to do with career, job, hobby, something like that. And it could even be where it starts off where you're saying, I need a change. I've always wanted to move to this particular direction or to this particular place. And so it could start out like that, where you pick up, you move somewhere new, you start over. And once you're there, you have this judgment moment where it's like a wake-up call, and you realize why you were always drawn to that particular place, because that's like where your destiny is. That's where you're coming up with this great idea. But yeah, based on all the pentacles that we have here, especially, you know, the Page of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, it's showing me that this probably has something to do with career, or, you know, trying to turn a side hustle into a full-time business, something like that. And what the Eight of Pentacles is showing me here is that slowly but surely, you're establishing something. Look at these buildings back here. You absolutely love what you're doing. It's all about you doing things on your terms. You're so productive, you're so happy, you're so fulfilled, and slowly but surely, the money starts coming in. You start making money off of this particular thing. And remember, your very, very first card, aside from this one here, so your first oracle card here was bees and community. So remember, it's like people are buzzing about what you're doing, what you have to offer, who you are, what you're saying, things like that, okay? And this community, remember I said you're developing this community, like a following. There's interest in whatever it is that you're doing. And you become like an expert in this particular thing, especially with the Magician here. I mean, the Magician and the Eight of Pentacles together, it's like you are regarded as somebody who has high value with whatever it is that you're offering. And you're going to have great success, great success, especially financially and emotionally. So that is what I'm seeing. That's where the universe is directing you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching.